Hello, hello, welcome in. Yes, I did a musical intro. My name is Kristen Lightwork, and I'm going to bring you a week ahead channeled message. I'm actually going to bring you two channeled messages. And right now, as you're watching this, I want you to think about which symbol is the most significant to you in your mind, okay? The sun or the moon? That's simple. Sun or the moon, which one means the most? Okay, we have it. We're going to get going. Now, that's going to lead you to your message for the night. If you choose to stick around for both and they both resonate with you, amazing. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just bringing through channeled messages for the divine, from the divine, and to help us stay aligned, okay? So let's get into it. So I'm actually going to start with the suns tonight. I want to bring us through what's the theme for the next 7 days, what is the biggest block you need to see, possible situation, and what do you need to know from your guides. And then we're going to get into the Moon Collective. I call them collectives because it's groups of people that like that sign. Okay, are we ready? Let's get into it. So if you chose the sun, let's see what's the theme of this week for you. Woo! This week for me has been fun. Super nostalgic. Lots of throat chakra activation, because that's what it's for. That's what we're here for, to speak our truth. So what do we need to know? So if you've been in that situation the last week, I'm right there with you. And that means we're in it together. If you chose the sun, the Hierophant is coming up for you this week. The Hierophant signifies to me that there are going to be certain things that might push you to be the bigger person, rely more on your wisdom. I feel the need to say, don't necessarily get into, don't be reactive, super reactive. Take information, address it internally, and then proceed. Think before you speak in the generalist term, okay? What do you need to be the Hierophant about? The Hierophant is the wise one. The Hierophant is the teacher. You could be also giving advice this week, giving knowledge this week, helping someone else this week, okay? What do we need to know about the Hierophant this week, Spirit? It can also signify, too, deep connection with animals, deep connection with animalistic knowledge. The Three of Pentacles coming up has to do with your work. So what I want to say to you is you could be having stuff happen at your work or professionally that can be causing emotional triggers lately. And Spirit is wanting you to not dive into that. There's probably something deeper going on that we are not seeing. Your road is to be the bigger person. Your road is to remember that you are here for yourself. You are here to make and build the life that you want to build, and how you put your energy into it is how you're going to get there. If you feel that it has been a struggle lately, a minute. Gotta love the cough on camera. Okay. If you've been struggling lately in the work dynamic or professional aspect of your life, don't let people push a button this week, okay? Don't let something get the back of you this week. The other thing, too, is you're super wise, and you're going to be able to know exactly what you need to do this week. So trust that. Don't lean into the reaction. It can almost be like something happening, again, professionally with your work, something with your business, and Spirit is like, don't get lost in the reactions of things. Okay, what else do we need to know, Spirit? Ace of Wands, there's new beginnings, new ideas, new choices on the horizon, okay? New activations on the horizon. Be the bigger person, follow your road, all right? Don't allow for work conflict, business tension, anything like that to get you down and out. You have too much abundance coming in from your professional choices that you don't want something to take you off, okay? You don't want to get lost in distractions this week. Ace of Wands, there's a new idea coming in for you. There's a new option, new opportunity. Now, if you are someone that is looking for a job, looking for adding more money, Spirit is saying, be mindful, okay? Use your knowledge, all right? Don't get, how do I say this, impulsive in certain energies. There's new options, new opportunities coming in. This is wonderful, okay? So I see something really positive happening. Don't fall into the ego. Try and keep yourself in the glass is half full type of energy, okay? Now let's see what the biggest block is for this week. What's the biggest block ahead to be aware of, Spirit? If the sun stuck out to you the most, what's your block? What do you need to know? What do you need to know here? The biggest block is the Knight of Pentacles. Really, your biggest block is feeling like things aren't moving fast enough for you, or situations are turning around for you fast enough, or you're not seeing the benefits yet, okay? It feels all about time. Your patience is coming up, all right? You're being impatient this week. Watch it, all right? Things are supposed to move a little bit slower, okay? Or there's something else that has to be seen, or there's more details that's actually coming in, okay? But you have to be able to see it. You have to be able to be aware. And being aware is not just acting without seeing, all right? So the Knight of Pentacles coming in as your block, patience could be an issue for you this week, so be mindful of that. How do you check yourself on this block? How do you get out of it? How do you get out of it? How do you get out of this block, Spirit? How do you get out? The Four of Cups. Stop thinking that things aren't working. Have more faith in yourself, okay? Have more faith in your dreams and your efforts that you're putting in, all right? Spirit says you know better than to doubt yourself. You truly know better. That's literally what I heard. You know better than to think this isn't going to work. You know better than to allow yourself to kick yourself when you're down. You know better, all right? Also, you know better. Like, there's something where it's like, you know. That's all I mean to say. Like, it almost feels like some of you could be in situations that it's like you saw something coming. You saw something coming, okay? You know, but be the bigger person. Take the higher ground, all right? Don't get lost in emotions about what's not working out or things aren't moving fast enough for you. And that can also be in your relationships and connections. This definitely feels like energy where I'm supposed to say, this week might feel, again, like a slow burn for you, or the next 7 days whenever you see this, and it's supposed to. So lean into it. Lean into things marinating for a little bit before it gets good, all right? Don't let your impatience rule the show this week, okay? Don't do it. Stop while you're ahead. Let's see what the situation of focus is, because Sun, what is the situation of focus if you are a part of the Sun? What's the situation of focus? Situation of focus is your heart, all right? I totally feel this. Why I feel this is it doesn't even just mean like, it's Three of Swords. Sorry, everybody. Three of Swords, your heart. You could be going through a grief episode. You could be going through grief moments. You could be grieving certain people that have actually passed away. You could be grieving lost opportunities, lost expectations, relationships. Okay, you could be grieving that. But no matter what, the situation of focus is emotions in your heart are tender. You could just be super nostalgia. Like for me, my son got his senior pictures done, and I am such a baby right now. Like I was sobbing and bawling because I just can't believe it's like we're here, and you know he's at this time, and so my heart is like aching. I'm going through that review of like, did I do enough? Did I show up enough? Did I, that sort of energy, and also super grateful. But anyway, the situation of focus is your heart this week. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Pay attention to feel like if you need more space for yourself, time for yourself. The other thing is this great sadness that will heal with time, letting go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need. So your heart is coming up. So please pay attention to your heart this week. One more card with this situation of focus. Some of you, unfortunately, could be hearing something you might not want to hear, or getting some form of clarity and knowledge that kind of hurts to hear. So what do you need to do with it? All right, what do you need to do with it? The King of Pentacles. Be easy with yourself. Be graceful with yourself. Be generous with yourself. Warm yourself. Do something that is productive for yourself, okay? A time of great success. Everything turning out beautifully. Good people. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded. Get grounded, okay? Get grounded. Take it slow. Your mind wants to make everything seem like, oh my gosh, all this stuff is happening, or oh my gosh, all this stuff isn't happening, or oh my gosh. It's like expanded emotions. And I feel like Spirit is trying to tell us this week, don't fall into that. Don't fall into that. Don't fall into it, all right? Let's see what else we need to what do you embody? What's the type of energy to embody to get through this week? How do we need to approach it? What is the archetype, the energetic outfit for people to embody this week's spirit? What do we need to see? What do we need to know? What do we need to see? If you chose the sun, you got the arrow card. This is surrounding yourself with protective energy. Let me tell you something. Getting this, some of you could have conversations with a lot of tension and conflict that spirit is like, get to your, and I don't mean like fear mongering, but like safe place. Get to a place that feels really good for you. Make sure that you're keeping yourself grounded this week and not allowing outside people to take you off your path. Do not allow a situation, possibly, I keep going back to work, but some of you could be having issues at work where you could have a conflict with someone and spirit's like, don't blow up or don't let it get the best of you. Don't do that. Protect yourself, mind your P's and Q's, make sure you're doing your stuff, okay? Make sure you're checking all the things that you need to check, okay? People could try and test you. They could just try and see you like, hey, what's up? Have you grown? Let me try and test your patience this week. And that's this arrow card that is like, protect your energy. Wear the evil eye. This is the week to have the evil eye bracelets, okay? This is the week to wear your black obsidian. This is the week to light your candles at night, okay? This is the week to do the cord cuttings. And cord cuttings don't have to be for just one person. A cord cutting can be for just energy that has attached itself to you, no matter from whether a person, whether someone's sending energy, or just being around a bunch of people. We get clutter in our aura. A cord cutting can help release that, okay? But this week, protect your aura, protect your spiritual health, protect your mind, and protect your peace. Two more cards here. Let's do what is the lesson to acknowledge this week? What's the lesson to be shown? What is that lesson to be shown? If you chose the sun, this is for you. What's the lesson to be shown here? The lesson to be shown is the portal. You're going through it. You are going through a transformation, a change. You're going through that form of an activation. It's happening. Some of you, it literally could be physical, very physical. It actually could be like going through a physical meditation, a physical trance in some aspect. Are you ready is what this card says. Are you ready for the next evolution of your spiritual awakening? It's happening, okay? This is also adventure, ancestors calling, okay? If you've been feeling your ancestors, feeling this need to connect back with home, feeling this need to look into your family history, that's them, okay? I get that all the time. I love ancestry in general. Like, I love doing ancestral research. It is my jam. Every single person has a story, and I love figuring out the stories of my ancestors. But I do sometimes get these nudges of like, hey, look to your history. And I look and I find something I didn't have the clues to, or I found out something that I wasn't privy to at first, okay? So the portal card coming in is ancestral energy this week, and also spiritual awakening, big time. Spiritual aspecting, big time. You could be going through some things, you're like, I don't really do this. I'm not that woo-woo, and all of a sudden you're hearing, let me tell you something. Things are happening. The energy on this planet is so intense. And the veil, the literal energetic veil, is so thin. I see things in my sleep, like not even in my sleep, I'm sorry, awake before I go to sleep every single night now. That is not normal for me, actually. Not normal. Like, I've always seen things that just go. Yeah, not normal. It's literally been it's been interesting. I've had to like re-cleanse and do all this stuff, spiritual protection, because I don't like spirits messing with me when I sleep. That's like a rule I have with my spirit guides. Is I don't want nothing. You can come to me in my dreams, but don't come to me in my physical sleep. Last night I felt 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Like someone put their hands, but I only felt these fingers. And I looked and I'm like, what? And I saw a shadow, literally. And that's not what this reading is about, but I saw a shadow go into me. Always stuff like that. Anyways, let's get your angel guidance to the Sun Collective, and then we'll move into the moon. So anyways, watch your spiritual health, watch your spiritual boundaries as well, okay? Cleanse your house, cleanse your space, cleanse the bedroom, all right? What's the angel guidance for the Sun Spirit? Harmony and resolution. Good things are coming. Positive things are coming. That's why Spirit doesn't want you to take your focus off of faith. There's actually a lot of good stuff working out. Small things are not, are things falling away. The seem like letdowns or anything like that. Those are just things that are falling away right now. I'm not trying to be like uber positive about it, but that's literally what it is, okay? Things are moving out of the way for the next stage of your life that actually is more interactive, life focused for you, all right? So anyway, that was the sun reading. Let's get to the moon. Okay. So if the moon symbol sticks out to you, stuck out to you the most, this is the second reading of the night, and this is your reading. So let's get into it. What do you need to see? I like to do 2 channel messages a night. If you've watched me before, you know I always do it this way. I always feel like I'm supposed to get 2. 222 is also a very special number to me. So it's just why I do it. Also duality. I'm a big duality girl. Gotta have duality. So there's 2. So here's the moon. What do we need to see? What's the theme of the next 7 days ahead? What do we need to see, Spirit? The 8 of Cups, you're moving on, you're moving forward, and you're moving away from something that you've known so long. For so long, for so well, there is some shift, okay? The 8 of Cups is always walking away from something to go to somewhere new. Walking away from something that you know to go to something unknown. Walking away from spiritual aspects, okay? Now, what are you walking away from? What are you walking away from? What do you need to know? What are you walking away from? What are you walking away from here? The Magician, interesting. Magician could be another person. The Magician could be someone that is very fire energy. It's technically more of a masculine card. It could be a masculine. This could be someone that feels like they are always pushing and controlling and, you know, trying to make things go a certain way. This is someone that has a physical hand in how things happen or are happening, okay? Now, the other side of this is this could be you, that you're like, I'm tired of trying to force things to happen. I'm tired of trying to move things along. I'm tired of trying to have to be the person to always make things happen. You know? Because the Magician isn't a bad card, but it's absolutely masculine energy. It's not like, you know, High Priestess, where it's like we receive. The Magician is, no, I act. I push forward. I push. High Priestess, I receive. Okay? I channel. I receive. All right? Okay? So there's something there with that. Okay? What else do you need to know about this? What else are we walking away from here? What do we need to know about the 8 of Cups and Magician Spirit? Like, there is time to take action on something. All right? Time to get really. 6 of Cups. Ooh. Okay, let's get another card here. Listen. 8 of Cups, the Magician, 6 of Cups, and then we have the Hermit. This spread is you are shifting your mind about how you have been putting your energy into situations that have involved your past, involved love, involved nostalgia. The 6 of Cups is love, nostalgia, the past, rose-colored glasses, joy, but also not necessarily reality. And the Hermit card is internal, okay? So getting these cards and saying, we are leaving the Magician card. Someone is saying this week, I'm done, okay? Now, you could be saying you're done to certain situations. You could be saying you're done in some professional aspect. You could be saying you're done in relationship aspect or a mental shift, okay? No matter what, there is a change in perspective that you are acting out in your life. You're no longer wanting to be in the same position, the same context, okay? There has to be some form of a change. The Magician is, I'm tired of feeling like I have to be the one to do it. I'm tired of feeling like I have to be the one to connect the dots. I'm tired of feeling like I have to push. I don't want to push no more, so I'm going to move a different way. The 6 of Cups is leaving the past be the past, okay? Leaving the past behind, leaving the past projections, perceptions of what you think something is, okay? What you thought something was. You're letting that go, all right? And the Hermit card is coming inside and inward about it and being like true to your feelings. Like you might be like, you know what, that really sucks. Or you might be like, I needed to do that. But you're facing all of that, okay? You're no longer going to put up with a facade. You're no longer going to put up with a facade. You want the real deal, not the bullshit, okay? And this just feels like, yeah, I'm done, okay? So you're like, I'm done. I'm done. Let's see what the block is. Okay, you're done with someone, you're done with the situation, you're done with, putting in too much work in certain places that you aren't getting reciprocation. Okay. What is the biggest block to see this week, Spirit? What's the biggest block to see this week? If you chosen and selected, what is the biggest block? What's the biggest block if you chosen and selected? The biggest block is the 9 of Cups. The biggest block is your own projections of what you thought your life had to look like. The biggest block is what the standards that are unrealistic that you have held what happiness looks like. And I'm not saying you don't deserve that happiness. I'm saying that's changed. You're holding yourself up to visions, projections, expectations, dreams that are no longer the same person who created that initial thought. You know what I'm saying? It's like the biggest example is when you're a little girl. Like for me, when I was a little girl, thinking of getting married was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be Cinderella for a day. Like that's what I thought it was. Obviously it wasn't. As a little girl, that's what it was. Now, obviously, as we go, after already going through a marriage, after all of that, that's not the fairy tale dream that I have anymore. Absolutely not. I'm a different person. Okay, that is not the fairy tale that I originally thought it was. So fairy tales that you were telling yourself you wanted, you're figuring out you don't. Okay. Expectations of something that you thought was what you wanted, you might realize that's not. You're holding yourself to old thoughts, old dreams, old projections that are no longer really what you want. You're just holding yourself to that standard. It is like dating, well, my family doesn't do, it's even like spirituality, okay? It's even like your own spiritual beliefs, all right? It is like dating. For me, I had so many experiences as a kid and as an adult with paranormal that you could not tell me that there wasn't a spiritual realm, that you couldn't tell me that people didn't, have life after death. You could never tell me that because I had too many experiences that proved to me otherwise. But it would literally be like, well, my family said so, we don't believe it, so I can't believe it. No. You couldn't tell me that, okay? I was not that kid. I'm Aquarius anyways. I'm super Aquarius, so inner rebel. You tell me differently, I'm gonna do the opposite. So I have to do it for myself, right? The 9 of Cups, though, is literally the block. And the block is you are attached to what you thought you wanted, which you really don't. And it's okay to let that go, okay? You are attached to dreams that you thought you really needed, and that's actually not what it is anymore. You're holding yourself to standards that are expired. Okay? What it is. Let's see what the situation of focus is, okay? So what's the situation of focus if you chose the moon symbol? What is the situation of focus for the moon? What's the situation of focus for the moon? If you chose the moon symbol for you, what's the situation of focus for the moon? The situation of focus is a wise counselor. Interesting. One more card here, Spirit. What else do you know about the situation of focus? Some of you could be having like actual contractual legal stuff things happen. You could have stuff happening with past breakups, past relationships, past legal stuff. Okay, we have the wise counselor and the 2 of Cups. You could be needing advice about something that deals with possible people from your past or people currently. Okay, but the situation of focus is also brings me to this feeling of like needing to be around people that are like-minded. The wise counselor is about spiritually minded people being on your side. And the 2 of Cups is the other card here, which is always about divine union. So the situation of focus is, do you have people on your side, and are the people that are with you on your side? Do you feel that way, okay? You should. You should feel like you can communicate and express to the people that are with you, around you, connected to you in that aspect. The people that are big players in your life are coming up to review, is essentially what it is. And you're having to look at, are you still like-minded? Are you still aligned? Are things still moving forward, okay? But the other thing, too, is you could get some advice this week that really helps you see something a little bit clearer. It literally helps you understand someone a little bit better, understand the situation, okay? Whether that's, friendship, love, or work, okay? You're understanding someone better. You're learning something more than what you didn't know before, all right? The other thing, too, is this could be someone else that is seeing things way differently than how they originally saw you, okay? seeing you in a whole new light this week. You are in a new light this week. People are important. One more card of the situation. Did you see that? Two more came out. The Nine of Cups and the Five of Cups. Literally, you have people in your life that you would have wanted in your life, or you are going to receive people in your life that you want in your life. You're going to get what's one. You know what's funny is the Nine of Cups comes up again. That was your block. When I get a repeated card, it's like this is a sign. If the Nine of Cups was also your block, it's almost one of those things that be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Okay? Good things are actually happening. It's okay for you to be happy about it. That's the other thing too with it, okay? Wish is coming true. Dreams becoming a reality. Faith in the universe that all will be well. Maybe in the block you weren't necessarily having faith that everything's going to be well. It's like, I need you to put a little bit more faith into how you're moving things forward. The Five of Pentacles also rears its face. And I say rear because anytime we get the Five of Pentacles, I'm like, lack. It's lack mindset. But this is mental health. This is something is making you feel not worthy enough, not good enough. Something is making you feel guilty or shameful, or something is making you feel like you don't have enough or you're not enough. Something's making you feel that way. Something is making you look internally and look at yourself really heavy when you don't need to. And that's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, you are not as low as you think. You are not as off the mark as you think. You just are so used to putting yourself in that position. You're so used to being that low that you put yourself there. Stop it. Like some of us need a reminder, and sometimes I'm one of those people too, okay? It's really easy to go low. It's not hard, okay? And Spirit's like, don't do that, all right? Negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges. Watch your mind health, watch what you're thinking, okay? There's actually a lot more faith and fruit to your situation. There's a lot more blessings to your situation than what you're seeing, and Spirit wants you to recognize it. So don't get down in the dumps. Don't allow that sort of a facade to be like, woe is me. No. You're bored, okay? No. You need to do something productive. No, be grateful right now, because there's actually a lot of positive things coming in. That's what I get, okay? Now let's get into what is the archetype to embody. Like, yeah, you have people on your side. You have good people on your side, positive people on your side. The lack mindset or feeling like you don't have enough or feeling like that is actually a crutch for you. So, and who wants that as a crutch? We don't. That is self-sabotage. That's why we get into lack mindset. It's self-sabotage. It's like, you know what? Yeah, I am going to think just even worse. Self-sabotage. Sounds like a whistle. Self-sabotage. Okay, so do it. Don't do it this week. Let's see, what is the archetype to embody? If you chose the moon, this is the archetypal energy to have around you, to be around you, to bring forward into your life for the next 7 days for alignment. What do you need to see? You need to be the seer. I love when we get this card. You need to be the seer, okay? See beyond the current situation. There's more here. Don't give up on something just yet. Don't think you're off the mark just yet, all right? See beyond the current situation. There is something deeper for you to see. Meditate this week. Get into your channel this week. Be open this week. Journal this week. Learn something. Self-study, okay? But see beyond your reality that you're experiencing. And if you want to experience more, you have to have the knowledge to expand it for yourself. And the only way to do that is to gain it for yourself. So do something that helps you feel you can see beyond current situations even further than you can. This is also not necessarily an action card. It's being aware and observant and seeing things for what it really is. Okay. Now let's see, what is the lesson to acknowledge this week? What is that life lesson coming up? What do you need to see? What's the life lesson to see? What do you need to see? What do you need to know? What do you need to say? What do you need to know? The sun, the patience, again, the word patience, all right? Everybody, be patient this week. Find yourself a good book to listen to. Find yourself something that'll keep you focused on, like, creative mindsets, focused on being looking forward and positive to what you are creating. You are not, none of these readings signify that you are at a closing chapter. That should signify you're in building moments still. You're still in building phases of your life, which means if we're looking at a number spectrum, you're like at the halfway mark, but you're not even close to finishing. So be patient, okay? And I'm not saying it won't come, but that's just how it feels. If you're facing something big, I don't feel that you're fully at the end of it just yet. And I think Spirit is like, I need you to have a little bit more patience and trust. Be patient. It will come. The sun, okay? Manifestation, power, also 11:11. Be patient. It will come, okay? Don't give up just yet. How bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want to change? How bad do you really want to ascend? Don't give up just yet. Okay. Last but not least, for the Moon Collective, we're going to pull an angel guidance card. What do you need to know from your angels? What do you need to see? What do you need to know? What do you need to know from your angels? What do you need to see? Last card of the night, what do you need to see? It's a learning experience. Again, I just said it. You're not even at the end of what you need to know. You're halfway point, which means there's still so much to come. And if you give up now, you are losing the whole point of your journey, no matter what it is about, okay? If you stop seeking now, you're never going to feel fulfilled, whether this is in your career goals, whether this is in your personal goals, whether this is in your spiritual ascension, whether this is in your love journey, okay? You have to be patient and understand that the things that are coming in for the next 7 days or whenever you see this, they are mirrors for you to grow through, for you to alchemize and help yourself embody the new version of who you're here to be. This is a learning experience. Ride the wave. That's what I want to say, okay? Ride the wave. Don't let things get the best of you this week. Don't take things personal, nothing like that, all right? Focus on your own self-growth, your own glow, okay? Honoring yourself, your aura, your light, and your ancestors. You know, they came in big this week for us too at the beginning. So that's what I have for y'all. I hope that helps. Please let me know if this reading resonates with you. I'd love to hear it. Also, please share this video if you feel like it would help someone else going through some things or that might need a little bit of clarity. I do personal readings. You can book me through my Stan store on my Instagram page and also on my TikTok as well. And if you're not on